Today we will be changing the thermostat in this 97 Jeep Wrangler 2.5 liter. Now your first step, you want to take this has a little petcock on it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to unscrew this and watch the coolant fall out. Mine is disgusting. Make sure your pan is catching it all, and just let it drain till it stops. And if it starts to bubble, you can take the radiator cap off and let it vent, which is what I might have to do. So I'll come back when we get to the next step. Now what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to pop off your coolant lines. You're going to want to, I'm going to take this sensor out because I have a external temperature sensor, and I'm going to, when I go to put this back together, this is going to go away, and this is going to go back into the thermostat housing. And I have already taken this off, and as you can tell, this coolant system is probably in need of a flush, but I don't have the time nor the resources to do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this bolt off, and there's just another bolt down here between the serpentine belt, so you have to push that down to get that one. Or if you want to have tons of room, you can pull out this and the fan, which I'm not gonna do because I'm lazy. So we're gonna pop this off. I've already popped this side off, so don't even have to worry about that. So I'll come back when I got tools. So I'm back and I have tools. You're gonna wanna have probably an extension, or if you have a deep well, but you're gonna wanna run a 1/2 inch is what size these bolts are. So let's see how tight these are. I'm gonna have to take the extension off for that first one. You know what? I'll switch to deep well. How about that? And that one's missing. All right. Never mind. All right. Let's try this again. We're gonna take this bolt, which is probably gonna be really tight, and fight me the whole way, but we'll see. Oh. It was finger tight. I don't know how long this bolt is. Oh, well, it's that long. If you have a magnet tray, I would throw that on the magnet tray, but I am absent of a magnet tray. So what we're going to do now, pull off that bottom one and hope that I have enough room to pull off the bottom one. And I don't know what happened. I think I lost my light on my phone because it's almost dead. And we're going to fit that down in there. You can't see it, but I have to see it. I think I'm on it. Yep. I think that stopped. Oh, and there goes the thermostat. Get out of there. Ooh, I lost my socket. Oh well. Look at that, it's nice and loose. Grab my socket, put that where it's not gonna fall. Grab this bolt, hopefully. I say hopefully. Okay, we're not. What am I gonna do? Let's pull off that. Hopefully I can do it one-handed so you guys can see. I'm gonna pull that off. I say pull that off. What am I doing? This one rusty clamp. How tight is that on there? Probably pretty tight because it doesn't want to come out very easy. Put that there. Oh, that hose is off. And how dirty is it? Doesn't look very dirty. So we're gonna throw that off to the side. We're gonna hopefully, there we go. Take that off. And there's my thermostat that I need to replace, because it doesn't do anything. And I think it's stuck. Hopefully I have the right one. Now what I'm gonna do off camera, I'm gonna take this T out and I'm gonna take that off, and then I'll be back. So I welcome you to the workbench, and I have taken this out, and this was an absolute pain to get off of here. I had to clamp it in the vise and really turn on this. So we don't need this anymore. And I've thrown this back in, put some tape on it. Don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. You let me know. So now I gotta scrape this gasket. I've taken all my thermostats inside, and I'm going to test them by boiling water and watching them expand and see what was happening to my old thermostat, because I think it was bad. So yeah, that's where we're at. So as I was setting up to boil some water, I was taking a look at this thermostat and was wondering what was wrong with it, and then comparing it to this one, like pushing this one down, because these are the same temp. And I happened to see a little bit of something I was not expecting. It's like junk. You can see right through it. So after I saw that, I was like, do I even need to boil some water? So I'm going to take this 195, and then I have a 180, which I'm probably going to throw in the 180. So I'm going to throw both of these in. And honestly, this 195 feels lighter than the 180, so that's why I'm boiling them, to test them. And this one is junk. So I welcome you back outside to where we are going to play. I don't know what we're going to play. We're going to try to get all of this put back together. Hopefully we can get this all back together easily. I didn't silicone anything because I trust this Felpro gasket, which I probably shouldn't. All of you guys should probably say to use whatever that other brand is that is really trusted, that I can't remember the name of, but that's what was at AutoZone, so that's what I got. I'm gonna put that on afterwards. So try to get this put back down in here after I probably put everything back in. Does it go gasket first, then this? Damn, I keep putting it backwards. Surely, right? Goes in like this. Am I correct in saying that? It goes in like this? I guess if it leaks, we know that I put it in wrong. So, I'm gonna throw the top bolt in. That way it holds my gasket. And whoever did this last did a really crap job, because look at all the silicone they used. They used so much silicone, which is probably gonna make this not seal. So I'm just gonna hope that it seals. That's pushed all the way in now. Push it out a little. Right there. Now let's try to get it on. I got it going down. There's that first bolt. Alright. Oh, I keep forgetting. I need that too. And in question mark. I can't really see the hole very well. I'm gonna turn my ratchet to tight. I'm just gonna run this down real quick so it's easier to get that second bolt on. And hopefully now I can get a shorter bolt, which goes in the bottom. Which goes in the bottom in between the serpentine belt and other stuff. Which I don't know how I'm gonna get to it with my fingers without just. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on the extension and maybe I can get on it better with my fingers. Ooh, I'm moving. It's moving. I don't know if I'm in. Might be in. I have no clue. I'm gonna throw the ratchet on that and see if that is tight. I'm sorry you guys can't see it, but I'm a one-man show at the moment. Maybe in later videos I'll have help from a couple friends of mine. That is a little bit tighter than it was. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock that down to whatever the thing's supposed to be. I don't know the torque spec because I don't have a manual for this, or a service manual. Tight, and then we'll get that top one and reconnect. Oh, and then, well, fill it with coolant, obviously. I don't know if we can get down there at the extension. I can't. Alright. I'll come back when I get this hose put on and this hose put on. And then we will be putting coolant back in. And hoping this doesn't leak. Because if it does, you're going to watch me pull it all apart again. And So what I've done is I've thrown in a little bit of 50/50 antifreeze, and I have this over here, some conventional, and I from when I tested the thermostats, that's essentially now distilled water, so I got to use some of that and some of this to make up, I don't know, 9 quarts, 10 quarts, however much came out, which I think was around 9 considering the what I got in my drain pan. So I'm gonna wait for some of that to cool down, and I'm going to put that back in that other 50/50 jug, put some of that in, and I think I'm just gonna throw in some of that, and I think we'll be ready to fire up at that point. So I will see you when I start cranking. So we are ready to start. Temp is at 0. I have filled it up, and now I gotta burp the system. This thing is pretty loud. And it's already gone down. So we'll do that. I see some moisture back there. Ooh, that could have been bad. I should grab those. But I see more moisture. And it's weeping. I can see it. You can see it too, right down by that bottom bolt. So I'm gonna take that off. Dang it. Of course it doesn't want to work. Well, I guess I'll shut it off and figure out a game plan. Things have escalated a little bit. So I went to tighten down the bottom bolt on the housing, and I heard a couple cracks and figured it was the bolt. It starts leaking a little more. I take the whole thing off, find a crack, and I went to town with JB Weld on the crack, some high temp, which I know I'm not supposed to use in that spot. Maybe, I have no clue, but I used it. I used this on the gasket surface to kind of build it up, and that's where we're at. Alright, so we're back. I've let it cure a little bit longer. I've tightened it up just a little bit more, and as you can tell, red gasket maker is everywhere, and I mean everywhere. So what we're gonna do now is try to fill it back up again. All right. Oh God. Now my keys are all wet. Let's get this thing fired up again. See, temp, nothing. I guess let's see if it's leaking. Let's cross our fingers. Hope it's not leaking. I don't see anything yet, but that don't mean anything. And by the way, this entire time I've been doing this, it's been pouring rain. This entire time. Like, everything is soaked. Everything is cold wet. I'm just overall tired of this. Tired of this weather. It's gonna be in the 20s next week. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this right now. So I gotta start adding coolant, and I'll report back if anything happens. So it's back down. It's been running for a while now. The thermostat must have just opened, and I looked and there's really just no leaks. I mean, if it leaks, it's very, very, very little, which I could care less, to be fully honest. If it leaks like just a minuscule. This is overflowing quite a bit, and I can't tell if it's warm or not. But it is very wet, and it's raining the hardest it has in a while. Oh, there's some bubbles, unless that's rain, I don't know. But if it leaks like a little bit of coolant until I can get it fixed with a new housing, I could care less what it's doing. And this is moving quite a lot of fluid now. So I guess I'll just keep you posted, and I'll probably go for a drive, and then I'll recap and end the video. So I'll catch you then. Just jump back in here. I think it's full. Seemed like it stopped, and coolant temp 180 in, holding. It has never been like that since I've owned it, and I'm really happy to have some heat finally in this thing. I can't feel it because I'm cold, and I'm not sure if it's doing anything right now. So yeah, I guess I'll just have to go for a drive. Well, it's holding, you can't see it, but it's holding about 280, or not 280, but 185. So I would call this a success, even though I was fighting me the whole way. Also, those lights, my fog lights that I put on, they quit working. I have no idea why. So maybe I'll diagnose that in the next video with you guys when it's preferably not raining and not cold. So I don't know when that'll be, probably in the snow. So but yeah, this is me signing off with the Jeep fixed, and I will see y'all next time.